What is up guys, Andy Forrest Runner here and welcome back to another video, and today I'm embarking on my very first double threshold day. So welcome to the beautiful trails of the Forest of Dean, where you join me for my first workout of the day in this double threshold day. The landscape of my training is changing. There is a potential for most weeks, not all weeks, but most weeks for me now to incorporate an extra run in, and I'm going to want to be using that time wisely, trying new things and expanding my training horizon. Double threshold days are something that I've wanted to try for such a long time. Obviously the Ingebrigtsens have brought that to the forefront, brought it to the mainstream. Lots of people have copied their model, lots of people have had great success with double threshold days, and it's kind of been proven that working a threshold area and zone is very, very effective when it comes to trying to get faster. So I'm excited to be trying this out over the next few weeks myself in the lead up to my 10k PB attempt. So what have I got on the cards today? I'm going to talk to you about my second workout later. Let's give you a quick rundown of what I've got right now. I'm going to crack on with it because, as you can hear, the cockerels are going. It's very early in the morning, but I've got a school run to get back to. So first thing this morning, I have 5 by 6 minutes on. I'm going to be doing a minute recovery in between, and it's going to be 30 minutes worth of work. Same tonight, it's going to be 30 minutes worth of work, totaling an hour threshold work across the day. This one needs to be slightly more relaxed. This one needs to be really not pushing threshold. This one needs to be very, very much a case of going by feel and just feeling around a 7 out of 10. This is some advice I've had from other people that are doing similar types of training, because I want to save a little bit in the tank for later on. So my goal on here today realistically is to be running, I mean this is on trails, so I want these reps to be in and around somewhere 5:50 to 6 minute per mile pace. Now on the road, 6 minute per mile pace will be my marathon pace or my goal marathon pace, and 5:50s is not quite my current PB half marathon pace. So it's just kind of in the middle. I've just got to take trails into account, and I've just got to take into consideration there's a couple of little lumps on this section where I'm going to be doing the 6 minutes. So without further ado, I'm going to crack on with some drills and strides. We're going to get on with this, and I'm excited to bring you guys along with me. .45 pace, so a little bit quick, don't know, guess we're about to find out. Felt good though, felt very controlled. See how things progress. There we go, 5:42 average pace. A bit quick, I guess. Even if we do this one this morning and feel good, we'll find out if it bites later on. There we go, number 3 done. 5:45 pace again. Part of me is just embracing it because it feels good, and the other is thinking, as I said earlier, is this too quick? I reaffirmed myself by checking my heart rate then on that one, and it was 165, so that's really good. Normally when I hit threshold, it's in the 170s, so I don't think I'm going too fast. Well, we'll soon find out. Anyway, on to rep 4. There we go, rep 4 done. 5:42 pace. Feeling good, feeling controlled. On to the last one. There we go, rep 5 complete. 5:44 average pace. So overall, that's a good start to the day. That's a good workout. Certainly not me pushing 100%, but we're certainly going to see later on if we push too hard today. I'll throw out some stats on screen of like the rep paces, heart rates, stuff like that, just so you can see how hard I was working. I only get a 15-minute cool down done, and I'll see you later for workout number 2. So fast forward 12 hours and we're here down at Cannock Ponds. As you can see behind me, we're going to be running up and down here, not observing the beautiful view that's behind me, but in fact sweating buckets up and down here. So tonight's workout is 10 by 3 minutes with a minute recovery. So I took the recoveries quite easy this morning. I intend to do exactly the same today. Legs feel very heavy. I was very surprised earlier at the stats when I've looked at some of the stats because I've checked them all. I'm really happy that the stats reflected how I felt, which was everything was relatively low in terms of threshold. My threshold is around 172, 173-ish, and I often finish races in the 180s. So to be that low in the 160s is good. Hopefully that means I'm not too burnt out for tonight. But what I have said to myself, because this is my first threshold, a double threshold day, is I've set myself up on the watch 10 by 3 minutes, but I'll just do as many as I can without, to the point where I feel like if I can do 10, that's great, but if I can do 5 or 6, then I'll settle with that. If I feel form going and I feel really tired and fatigued, we'll leave it there. We're just going to play tonight by ear. As I said, legs were heavy when I started. They didn't feel too bad by the time I finished my 15-minute warm-up, but we'll see how we get on. So I'm just going to get this underway because I need to get going. I've got dinner waiting for me in the car, and once we've done this workout, we'll get back and we'll talk all about it. .533 pace for rep 1, 5:30 pace for rep 2. This is a shock. This is a shock. How people do this full time, well, I never know. Rep 3, 5:37. Rep 4, 5:31. I should say that 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 are gentle uphill, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 are down, hence the quite a big difference, but hanging in there so far. Five and 6 done, 5:31 up, 5:27 back down, 6 done. Rep 7, 5:34 on the way up, 5:33 on the way up, rep 8, 5:34 on the way back down. So that's the first one with it down. He's been slow in the up. I'm hanging on for dear life, but 2 to go. We'll get it done, but these last 2 might not be pretty. Double threshold day, completed it. Rep 9 was 5:39. Really started to struggle a bit there, but really just gave it everything I had in the last one. Came home in a 5:24. So nice to finish strong. Quite surprised I finished all 10, to be honest with you. Legs felt really heavy at the start, but just warmed up into it and got it done. So I got a 15-minute cool down, back to the car, gonna get my food, and we're gonna talk all about this. So back at the car, I haven't been able to check the stats because I have no signal here where I am at the moment to upload, but I will have put them on screen. So that is my very first double threshold day workout complete. Can't believe it. Really thought I would struggle on that second one, and I did, don't get me wrong, I really did. That was tough going. I think it was nearly, or near enough, 20 miles today in total. A couple of things that I want to make a point of if you're thinking about doing this yourself and trying to implement it into your training. I'm kind of being a bit of a guinea pig for myself here and just kind of trying this out. Two things: shoe choice and nutrition. So I got nutrition, I think, spot on today. I know what I did, how I ate, where I chucked a load of calories in, and then where I held back on calories. I basically didn't eat for the last 5 hours of tonight just to let everything in my stomach settle. But from when I got home from my run this morning up until sort of like 2 o'clock today, I basically ate a lot, and I kept it all gluten-free because I'm gluten intolerant, and I didn't chuck any processed food down my throat whatsoever. So basically this morning I came in, I had my breakfast, I had some cereal, and I had toast with nut butter on it. And then in the morning I had like an apple and a banana, and then some more, and then a gluten-free roll with some vegetarian chicken in there. And then at lunchtime I had a very small bowl of pasta, because I know pasta takes a while to digest. So it's not ideal. I wanted rice, but we've run out of rice. So a small bowl of pasta, and then a burger, a vegetarian burger in a gluten-free roll. And that's all I ate today. So there's quite a lot of calories in there, and I chucked it in quite a small window between like 8 AM and 2 PM. So that was all within 6 hours. But then from there I haven't eaten until now, just to let everything settle. So that's number one, and I'm happy with my choice there. I feel good. And now I'm eating some gluten-free pasta with macaroni sauce on it and some vegetarian sausages. So I bought that out. I wanted to get something decent in, and I'm going to eat like a horse tomorrow on my rest day. I genuinely am going to eat about 3,000 or 4,000 calories. I'm going to pack it in. Do not underestimate what lack of food does to you. So that's number one. Shoe choice is number two. I had this idea in my head that I would use the streak flies for both runs, and then I thought to myself, actually, that's 20 miles worth of work in the streak flies in a day. That's probably not a good idea, considering they're not the most cushioned shoes. So I opted for the Hyperion Tempo tonight, which were great, but I think what I would do next week is swap it round. So I'd use the Hyperion Tempos in the morning, and then I would use the streak flies in the afternoon for the shorter workout, so the evening for the shorter stuff. So shoe choice is key. I can understand completely why people go for super shoes during these types of workouts. The foam, the recovery, my legs are quite battered. I haven't obviously had the privilege really of using the Next Percents or the Alpha Flies. I think my legs would feel a heck of a lot better, and I would encourage you, I guess, that if you want to try it out from a recovery perspective, do consider using super shoes. I'm certainly going to consider it into the week after, into there. I mean, for the moment I want to stay away from plated shoes if I can, but I think depending on how I recover from this week depends on what my shoe choice is going to be next week. So just think about that. Don't go for shoes that are sort of not minimalistic. I know streak flies aren't minimal, but the Zoom X in them isn't the most amount, and my legs often do feel battered after them. So going in tonight they did feel a little bit battered. Hyperion Tempo saved the day, but I would definitely consider swapping around. So those are the two things that I really took away from today. Other than that, absolutely over the moon to bank that, and delighted with my first double threshold session, something I'm going to be implementing more over the coming weeks. So I appreciate your support on this video. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever tried double threshold days. And you know, have you got any tips for people? Have you got any tips for me? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hear if you're considering trying double threshold days. It'd be great to get that conversation down in the comment section. That's it from me today though, guys. I'm gonna scoff this down my face, eat a donut after this, and eat like a horse tomorrow. I hope you guys are keeping well, and if you enjoyed the video, do give it a like, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Until then,